When there's no judgment, I am bad is not actually that bad. It requires judgment to be painful. It's funny. I'm almost ashamed to bring this here because our meetings like this are about speaking from silence. And I feel like I'm bringing something very loud into this conversation. And that's why I'm bringing this. Silence doesn't exclude noise. And even before I bring in the noise, I'm aware how I personally have an identification around if I'm busy in my mind, if I'm absorbed in a big emotion, I'm not awake. I'm excluded from the peace that I love. It's a very tempting narrative. Very tempting. And it's based in self-judgment. And it's just not the truth. Eli actually reflected that to me very recently. This clear reflection of how impactful self-judgment is and the possibility to just not be judging myself. I already feel my energy settle. Because just before we came onto this meeting and into this recording, I had read something. I had received an email that really ruffled me. And it got my mind going, it got my opinions all riled up. I'm laughing at myself because it's so familiar to receive some sort of stimulus from what seems like the outside world and get mad about it and feel threatened by it and really get loud in thinking about it and trying to deal with it. And this pattern, because it is a pattern, this does happen to me. This happens to me. And this morning, before I read that email, I was in beautiful reflection about serenity and feeling appreciative of what is serenity, truly. I was reflecting on how in the past I had tried to force an experience of serenity as a way to get to a spiritual place, as a way to get peace, as a way to get calm in life, in my life. And this awareness that serenity is deeper than that. And it's here. So then to feel like, oh, I'm so disturbed by an email that triggered me felt like a real, it seemed like a very sharp turn away from this pristine, peaceful experience that I had been immersed in just moments earlier. And the reason I bring this into this conversation of our podcast, Speaking from Silence, is to include this also. We don't have to cut off from emotional reaction. Silence doesn't ask us to never feel triggered again. It's not one or the other. Silence holds everything. And then this me that's mad about, oh no, I polluted the peace with my anger. It doesn't get fixed or changed, repaired, or judged better. It's just simply not everything. I lose the words. It's hard to talk about. Noise is me. Silence is still here. It's like I don't even have to forgive having a big emotion. I don't have to find the right solution to the email that came in. I don't have to know the future or the past. Love is still here. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to go around triggering myself and saying, like, oh, it's not a problem if I keep stirring myself up. That's not what I'm interested in. But it does mean that I don't have to build a life around defending from trigger. And I don't have to feel angry and fearful when confronting circumstances arise. It's not about the outside world ruffling an inner peace. It's about being realized.
Yeah, this is a spiritual podcast, but not everything can be spiritualized and conceptualized. So to me, having an emotional reaction, that's just part of being a human. We get angry, we get afraid, we have emotions. But where you capture my attention and what I'm interested in is what you said about judgment, because that's where the pattern unfolds. And that's where suffering unfolds ultimately with it. So, in that respect, it's useful to examine it. What's going on with this judgment? What is it giving you?
Yeah, and the truth is, I trigger myself. There are all kinds of circumstances revolving in the world that do and don't trigger me. But the ones that I get most riled up around, it's not because the circumstance itself is so triggering. It's because I'm reacting. I'm taking something personally. I'm having an opinion and trying to prove something to myself about it. It's a kind of self rejection. And like you said, yes, it's self judgment.
What are you rejecting in yourself?
Everything. I can be more specific, and I will, but the mechanism of self judgment doesn't discriminate, really. It's about trying to get control over what is uncontrollable. And so then judging certain feelings, certain sensations, certain thoughts, uncomfortable experiences as a way to try to master them or change them or make them better.
But all of that must stem from one core rejection.
Oh, yes, I am bad. And from that comes, I want to be good and I'm going to work hard to be good. I want to be right.
It's so innocent in a way. I mean, it causes a lot of suffering. And ultimately, I'm sure you'll tell us that it doesn't work. But what I feel in you saying that is this innocence.
Yes, it's innocent, but the clue right from the beginning is that it's violent. Any belief that I'm bad, even the more subtle belief that I could be better, I want to improve. This is very common and it's beautiful and innocent. And for me, at least, there's absolutely a violence that says something isn't good enough.
Yes, the belief is violent,
Yes.
but take the desire for a second and don't judge it. Feel feel into it. Feel into that. I want to be good. What's at the core of that?
I'm glad you're asking this because I feel what you're pointing to. I feel that you're pointing me to beauty. And yet, for me, the experience, and I really use that word on purpose, for me, at the core of I want to be good is I'm very bad. And I'm remembering, sorry, please go ahead.
Well, so then just even to take that then and don't judge it for a moment. What's at the core of that? If you let it be as it is.
Yes, really, the core of I am bad is a much more beautiful place, actually. The core of I am bad is so beautiful. It's so beautiful and alive, overflowing, uncensored. Because when there's no judgment, I am bad is not actually that bad. It requires judgment to be painful.
Exactly. It's so counterintuitive. And that's why the desire, in a sense, is innocent because, like, okay, who wants to be bad? And it's within our nature being humans and having egos to feel some sense of like, I got to change that. I got to fix that. I got to make that different. I don't want to be bad. I want to be good. But it just creates for you, to use your own words, this violent,
Fight.
yeah, fight. So this is so revealing. It's so great because, my internal core belief about myself is a little different than yours. And everyone, I'm sure, has their own version of it, but it's still the same thing. Any strategy you use to try to change it or manipulate it or make it different or create some way of living your life to avoid it creates suffering. That's the point. Whereas if you just let it be, okay, I'm bad. I'm different. I'm stupid. I'm wrong. I'm ugly. If you just actually, for a moment, be honest about what you believe about yourself and don't try to change it, you accept it, it really is so beautiful, as you said.
Yeah, and my experience right now is the words I am bad are so loud. It's like a restrained shout. It's this constant shout that I am repressing. And the shout is shouting over top of the felt experience, the feeling in the body of what it feels like I am bad. And that's what's beautiful when the shouting stops for a second and even just checking out innocently. What does it feel like actually to be bad? My experience right now is immediately overflowing beauty, immediately. And then all this pent up rage at life. I can laugh at it. I can laugh with it.
Yeah, there's a real lightness to that.
It's like all the pressure gone.
Yep.
Felt experience of beauty, love, space.
It's so loving. And again, it's just so counterintuitive to come to love through rejection. But that's my experience too. I feel it as I hear you describe how it works for you. And I feel it in myself, because my version's a little different. It's about being disgusting, about being different, about being weird, about being unlikable. That's my version. And it comes up all the time. So, for instance, we're on Zoom right now. And if I look at the top square, which is the little one of me, I see myself. And the immediate reaction, so lightning fast, is just like, ugh. It is. It's self-disgust. And same thing when I speak. Like when you finish speaking and then it's my turn to say something, the immediate reaction is like, what you're saying is so dumb and, it's so self-judgmental in a negative way. So if I go down that line of thinking based out of that belief, it's really just an avoidance of the felt sense, like you said. And it's self-hatred and it's fear too. But to go in the opposite direction, let's say, and just accept it, feel it, surrender to it, whatever words you want to insert here. It's so quiet and so loving and so beautiful, so fulfilling, immediately recognizable that there's no problem. It's all made up. Freedom is here, love is here, silence is here. To me, this is like revelatory. This is like the key to life in a way that we don't
Yeah,
get taught.
we don't get taught. But what a difference it makes to receive a jarring email from this place when you're not avoiding yourself, when you're not avoiding the felt experience of living. What we call triggers change. There's less to defend.
Yeah, then the trigger is just showing you where you're still egoically identified,
Yeah,
and that's useful. And not to say it's not challenging, it is really challenging, but what challenge is more worthwhile than this?
turns life into a gift, a playground.
Yeah, I was just re listening to our episode about being a victim, so I'll just throw that in here about how then you're not a victim to life. Things aren't happening to you, it's for you. Just a nice little reframe.
And then everything serves. Everything can serve awakening.
And so I hope this episode serves.
May it be a reflection of peace that holds everything.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.